In this video, we'll be managing your orders in your Shopify store. From the Shopify admin page, go to the left-hand side with the menu and select Orders. You'll see that we have an unfulfilled order by the number that's displayed next to orders on its row. Select Orders to open the Orders page. Here you can select the locations that you are serving, whether that's your physical location that your business is located at or any third-party services that you've integrated to your site that may be fulfilling your orders. The integration should populate the order details within that selection. That'll be covered in another video. Here you can also export your orders into a file format. You can hide your analytics bar and you can create orders manually. You can look at your order analytics here with what's happened today with different time domains, whether it's today, the last 7 days, or 30 days, and that's compared over the last 30-day period from today. You have total orders, orders itemed over time, returns, fulfilled orders over time, delivers ordered over time, time to fulfillment. And then to see even more in depth these data points, you can always go down and select analytics at a later time. Here you see the entirety of your orders that you have within your store. We've created some orders to use for the purposes of this video. You have unfulfilled orders, unpaid orders, open orders, and archived. So in this, we can see the fulfillment status, where you have unfulfilled, which is what's making that number populate over here on the menu. And then you have fulfilled with the gift card, which fulfills automatically. So for this order that we have for John customer, we want to go in and edit it. We can identify it either through its order number with the prefix or suffix that you used in your store details, and we can select it. We'll open up the order. Here we can see whether or not it was paid. We can see that it was left unfulfilled. If we need to refund it, we can do so up here at the top right. We'll go through refunds in a later video. We can edit the order. We can also duplicate, cancel, and a whole slew of other actions that you can do from this top menu bar. You can also cycle back and forth through your orders using the arrows at the top right-hand corner. Within this, you can see the location that the product was purchased from, the product itself, what the price point was. You can fulfill the item if it's a physical product and you need to create a shipping label. You can do so within Shopify within your store. That'll be covered in a later video. You can see the method in which it was paid, what they paid, the timeline, whether or not the notes of you or your staff have added with the comments of how the order has progressed. This is especially helpful when you have orders that fail because of failure to process payment or any other sort of issues in the customer success journey for your customer, and you need to come back and look through it. Along the right-hand side, you can see any notes that you've left that were given from the customer, the customer's information themselves with their name, their contact, shipping address if you have it or don't have it. If you capture payment through the Shopify payment processor itself on your Shopify store, this will automatically populate through what they enter for their card details, for their payment details. But if you enter it in manually, which you can do, and we'll cover in a later video, that will have to be entered in manually. And if you don't have the information, then some things will populate. For instance, Alabama is the first selection of states, and because you've selected the United States for the location of the customer, Alabama as the first choice is automatically what's placed in there. Even though what you process for the customer themselves with their payment form is the state of Florida or whatever state it is. So you have to make sure that if you're entering it in manually, that you do so accurately with all of the right information. For the conversion summary, there aren't any details available for this order. If you want to learn more about that, select the link. That will be covered in a later video. You can also look at what the fraud analysis is to put in your risk protocols and whether or not you need to investigate the order or you can go ahead and fulfill it. For tags, this is helpful from an analytics side and from a filtering side. This order was manually entered and the payment was processed through email. So we added a email tag to the order, and that way we can track it over time. And when we export it, if we ever export it out of the Shopify system, we can use those tags to further filter and sort the ordered information, especially helpful when you start to have hundreds, thousands of orders to go through over months and years of business. Once you're done with this order, you can go back to the order page by selecting the arrow up here or selecting orders on the left-hand side. If you're ready to fulfill the item, go ahead and click fulfill. You'll have the information here, if there's tracking information to input, what the shipping carrier was, and then notify your customer of the shipment by sending the details to them. That being said, the customer's information has to have the data to support it. Otherwise, if you don't have their email, you can't email the shipment details to them. So it's incredibly important to capture those details accurately of their phone number and their email address during that sale process. Once you're done, you've reviewed the information of what's occurring, the shipment weight, how many packages you're going out, you've added the tracking information, reviewed their shipping address, reviewed the summary of where it's coming from and what is going to them, select fulfill item, and now you will see that the item is fulfilled and that the order timeline has been updated to show that it was fulfilled, and based on our settings, it was archived. If you found this video helpful, click subscribe down below and follow us for more on setting up and running a business online. Keep working at your craft and building your business from the ground up.